Week 2 is a wrap. A simple couplet of deadlifts and burpees gave us all a reality check as we recap all the top scores from 22.2 this week on Games Central. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Games Central presented by Thorne, the official supplement partner of CrossFit. I'm Tommy Marquez, and look, we all know the first half of 22.2 was a trap, but you know what? I fell for it anyway. I'm not ashamed. The gym vibe was popping, I had a belly full of nitro cold brew, and before I knew it, my heart rate was 170, and suddenly my judge had a twin standing next to him. But you know who wasn't seeing double in this workout? The top performers overall on the men's and women's side. Both Tia Claire Toomey and Uldis Upenix will have a single next to their name in 22.2 as the current top performers in week 2 unofficially. Upenix paces the men with a top time of 7:20, and Toomey reminds everyone why she's still the queen with a ridiculous time of 7:05. If Toomey holds on, it will be her third career open workout win and second in as many seasons under this newer format, and it comes on the heels of a top 5 finish worldwide in week 1 to keep her in contention for a potential second straight worldwide open win. She averaged a rep every 2.13 seconds, and to put that in perspective, a top 10 score this week was right around 160 reps, which based on average pacing means that a quarterfinals caliber athlete with that score finished the round of 10 on the way up, and then 12 seconds later, Toomey was done with the entire workout. For Upenix, it would be the first career open workout win for the 5-time reigning fittest man in Latvia. After he had a career year in 2021, finishing 25th in Madison in what was his sophomore campaign at the Games, his previous best finish came in 2019 when, as a 21-year-old, eventual Games rookie as well, he took 9th in 19.5. It's worth mentioning that he's currently tied with Noah Olsen, but you know what? A shared win is still a win in Money in the Bank for Upenix in my book. Looking at the rest of the best on the women's side this week, and Mal O'Brien was right on the heels of Toomey in second. Carolyn Prouveau never met a high rep deadlift she didn't like, and she smashes this week with the third best time overall. Now, Brooke Wells, only 7 months post-op from her elbow injury from the Games, yet here she is back inside the top 10. Norway showing us why they're in good hands even without Kristen Holte competing for real, holding down not 1, not 2, but 3 top spots this week. And you gotta give props to Leah Støren. The 18-year-old Norwegian had our curiosity with a 5th place finish last week, but after another top 10 performance this week, she definitely has our attention. What a difference a year makes. Through 2 weeks last season, Støren had 3,063 points in what was her first taste of CrossFit competition. Compare that to just 13 points through 2 weeks this year as she sits in third worldwide behind only O'Brien and Toomey. Even if her placement doesn't hold, the raw capacity shown these 2 weeks means she's someone to keep an eye on going forward. Looking at the 22.2 men's overall leaderboard, nice to see Dakota Rager back on top crushing some open workouts. There are some additional names that make sense given their skill set, names like Vellner, Mertens, Chandler Smith, but Luka Vunjak crashes the party as the newcomer out of Serbia, and Matt Poulin makes it back-to-back top 10 finishes in 22.1 and 2 to put him 3rd overall worldwide. But he just gets beat out this week and overall by fellow brute strength athlete Phil Toon. You may remember Toon from last season when he finished 9th at the Atlas Games and then 6th in the Last Chance qualifier, where he pulled a ridiculous 575 pounds for a 3-rep max deadlift. Earlier this year, he had a strong showing at Wodapalooza where he was the overall leader after 3 events. And through 2 weeks of the Open, he has just been superb. As part of the Brute crew training together down in Naples, Florida, he blitzed 22.2 to take 5th worldwide and move into the overall lead 1 point ahead of Saxon Panchik, and could potentially join Dan Bailey and Jamie Green as the only Open winners without individual Games experience. Both Dan and Jamie turned out all right and went on to qualify that year as well. Heading into the Open, our very own Sean Woodland had a chance to catch up with Toon about his outlook for the season.
You mentioned Wodapalooza. You're coming off a 6th place finish there in January. What did that do for your confidence as you head into the season?
It was definitely a huge confidence booster just because, you know, like I said, last year, I did make the Last Chance qualifier, which was great. It was a big accomplishment, especially in my technically first year competing. but not being in person, I still had like a little doubt in my head, which unfortunately, like I feel like we all have as competitors. So being in person and being able to, be next to Vellner, Sager, Panchix and all that stuff, and actually, physically see them and be on the floor with them was definitely a big confidence booster. Not in a bad way. I know I still have a lot of work to do, but I feel good about it now.
I should mention we are catching up with Phil Toon this week on Inside the Leaderboard, so be sure to check that out if you want to hear more from our men's overall leader. Moving around the community now to the age group divisions and our top performers this week. Lucy McGonigal stays perfect in the 14 to 15 division. Austin Maliolo, CrossFit's Director of U.S. Gym Operations, puts up the top time in the 35 to 39 men's division. His counterpart in the women's division, Lori Clement, is currently 4th worldwide as an individual, and Laura Phipps in her last year in the 45 to 49 division puts up the top time with a blazing fast 8:37. But I gotta give some shine to my man Vic Ruff out of the UK, putting up the top time in the 65 plus men's division. Switching gears now over to the adaptive divisions and the athletes that were probably pretty pumped when 22.2 was announced, as they put up some monster scores across the board. Elliot Young, bronze medalist in the men's lower extremity at the games last year, finishes all 200 reps with 37 seconds to spare. Satara Amadzada knocks out 185 reps in the women's short stature division to make it 2 wins through 2 weeks. But my top honors this week in the adaptive divisions goes to Carla Tobin. The 46-year-old out of Germany puts up the top score in the women's seated without hip division, finishing under 8 minutes in 7:55 unofficially. And speaking of opportunities, this week in the 22.3 live announcement, 4 members of CrossFit Hendersonville will have the opportunity to throw down against some of the sport's elite. Sean Woodland is on location in Tennessee to tell us a little bit more about the Hendersonville 4.
Preparations are underway here at CrossFit Hendersonville for the live open announcement of 22.3, and this is a gym that does a great job of getting its community to turn out for the Worldwide Open. This year alone, they had 288 people sign up for the Open. That's first in the United States and 4th in the world, and 4 of their top athletes will be throwing down as part of the live open announcement, including affiliate owner Lindsay McDuffie. This community is really looking forward to showing off what they have built to a worldwide audience, and the 4 athletes who will be competing can't wait to get on the big stage to show what they're capable of. It's going to be a lot of fun. Fans will be here and they will be cheering on their top 4 athletes as they go up against CrossFit Reykjavik.
Thanks, Sean. It's an awesome opportunity for the crew from CrossFit Hendersonville, and their opponents this week from across the Atlantic will be 4 individual games athletes that have joined forces this season in Iceland in hopes of bringing an affiliate cup back to the land of ice and snow. Lauren Smith is across the pond at CrossFit Reykjavik with more on this exciting new team.
Hey guys, we are in the magical land of fire and ice for the 3rd open announcement. 22.3 coming to you live from CrossFit Reykjavik. It is snowing, it's hailing, it's sideways wind and rain outside, so we've hunkered on down in this absolute mecca of European CrossFit. And as you can see, everyone's hard at it, all the members in their daily training, the workout of the day, but in amongst them are a couple of very famous faces. Now, the team itself currently sits 6th in the Affiliate Cup. That's helped by Annie's 20th overall individual and Khan Porter's 15th place finish overall worldwide in 22.1. But of course, this is the Open and we know that anything can happen. So you guys got to make sure that you join us on Thursday to be the first to find out exactly what's going to go down.
Thanks, Lauren. This will be our first live look at the crew from CrossFit Reykjavik, a team that many are hoping can push mayhem at the games for the Affiliate Cup title. You can catch it all going down live this Thursday, March 10th. Action kicks off at noon Pacific. We'll be on location for the 22.3 live announcement at CrossFit Hendersonville as the crew from Hendersonville goes head-to-head with the team from CrossFit Reykjavik. That's going to do it for this edition of Game Central, presented by Thorne, the official supplement partner of CrossFit, bringing you personalized scientific wellness. I'm Tommy Marquez. We got one more week left in the Open. Be sure to check back in with Game Central next week as we wrap the 12th edition of the CrossFit Games Open.